Now you yield the floor on that with regard to naturalization and its meaning.
In Islam, you know, as you guys are going through, I took it upon myself to look up the definition of nationality and that nationality, naturalization, and also naturalized citizen, you know, just to put that on the forefront. So this is Black Law Dictionary as a reference that I'm going to right now. And I'm going to start with what nationality is. You know, it states that quality or character which arises from the fact of a person's belonging to a nation or state. Nationality determines the political status of the individual, especially with reference to allegiance, where domicile determines his civil status. Nationality arises either by birth or by naturalization. All right, and now I'm going to.
Okay, so let's just interject right there. So the naturalization Moors, their Jedi mind trick that they're going to use on the people to say that naturalization is really the way to go is what is the last thing that you just read. If you could just read that again.
Got you right now. It says a nationality arises either by birth or by naturalization.
So Noble Ali said that you're descendants of Moroccans born in America. Mm-hmm. Your nationality is Moorish American.
Indeed.
So nothing needed.
Indeed. You're absolute.
Then stop right there, because there's no need to go into anything else, because I don't know what Noble Ali said. It lines right up what Noble Ali said. It makes common sense when you take Noble Ali's stuff. Mm-hmm. Number one question there is Noble Ali's book, and then you put that with that definition, which is law dictionary, and then you put them side by side, and you realize that Noble Ali was teaching law.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Islam and in a religious book.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
And so even with that, we have to look at the fact that there is not a document that has ever surfaced where the prophet has said that we are U.S. citizens. So when we're looking at what Temple 13 and the Ink and all these other naturalization Moors are talking about, they have no proof to substantiate us actually becoming U.S. citizens. And so with the naturalization, the onus would be to prove that we are a foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
And so even when looking at the definition, if we were to read further, it would tell you that nationality, it also deals with a state. Mm-hmm. Your condition, your relationship with your estate. So with that, we're dealing with our estate that's here as the natural heirs by consanguinity.
Indeed.
And so we're not foreign. We are Moors at birth. We're navigating elves at birth. Unconscious we may be at birth. Mm-hmm. Unconscious we may be in adulthood. However, the nationality still stands. And all one has to do is open your eyes and do as the prophet said, be yourself. That is the process. Mm-hmm. There's no paperwork. There's no oath. There's no, handshake that makes you a Moor. There's no handshake that brings you back into your estate. The only thing that aligns you back with your estate is what the prophet said. Moors, go back to the mindset of your ancient foremothers and forefathers. See, dealing with our lost estate, the lost estate is the knowledge. And the knowledge being acquired aligns you back with the ancient foremothers and forefathers. And so as that's happening, there's no need to go any further, as Grand Sheikh Kujo Adol said. There's nothing else. What else? What else do we need to go into? We know we're not aliens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so unless you're an alien, what is the act of naturalization for? What is that for? So show me how I'm an alien. Don't tell me that I need to naturalize. Tell me how I'm an alien. Because if you can show me how I'm an alien, then we can continue with the conversation for naturalization. But if you can't show me how I'm an alien, then it's mute. Because the act of naturalization is the adopting of an alien, the absorbing of an alien.
Mm-hmm.
And clothing them with the privileges. Clothing. Remember, you take off clothes. So they're not yours, privileges.
Yep.
So are we talking about birthright? Or are we talking about privileges? Which one are we talking about? Because birthright is not a privilege.
Two very distinct things.
Right. So what exactly are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? So they have to correct those concepts because literally either they're completely ignorant or they're disingenuous.
You know, just to quickly interject, to further, camelback off of what you're saying with naturalization, the whole process of naturalization, you do have to have a nationality to give up or substitute for another. And in regard to our people, seeing that they're in a state where they don't have a nationality or they haven't even claimed the nationality as yet, the process itself isn't one that they should be going through. You know, they have to know their own nationality. They have to recognize their innate nationality first before they can even think of wanting to be a citizen elsewhere. You know, that's just I just wanted to interject that in. But Cujo, Brother Cujo, did you want to say something?
Yeah, when Moore was talking about the concept of clothing the alien, you would see, the Masons and these people dressed like Moors. See somebody like even if we use again Latif Bey for example, right? We know that he's European, not a Moor, Alter or whatever like that. We know that he's European. That this is not Europe, and he knows that this is not Europe. So his concept as a European is, I'm going to clothe myself, because every temple that he went to, they're telling him that he can't be a member and all that type of stuff. So he said, okay, I'm going to clothe myself. The thing with what Ramel's saying, that it's really the knowledge. You have the knowledge, and then you go to the 5 principles, and you recognize Noble Drew Ali as a prophet, and the Moors are the actual forefathers and all that stuff, and you're going out that, then there's no issue. There should be no. But it comes back again to the fact that disingenuous people must be getting something from the back door as well. Blatant. It's like it's blatant disregard for what Noble Drew Ali taught. Like complete disregard for what he taught. Nationality can be by birth or by naturalization. Noble Drew Ali gave it to you by birth. He even told you that it's birthrights. Gave it to you by birth. And then some other people are coming and saying that Abraham Lincoln gave it to you by this process. And remember, Lincoln defended a Moor, not a naturalized whatever.
Clearly stated that my client is not a Negro within the case. Yeah.
Clearly. It's not a Negro. So where do these Moors get the concept that our people are Negroes, which makes them alien, when Noble Drew Ali said, you're not Negro, black, or colored. Like he made it specific that you are not those things. And people are saying that, oh, because you're those things, you have to naturalize. Only a idiot, only somebody incompetent is going to listen to those people, take what they're saying as what Noble Drew Ali brought. Because it's a dead end street. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alien in your own land. Mm-hmm. Even further, Noble Drew Ali said you are from Missouri.
Yes, I am.
St. Louis.
Noble Drew Ali said, it is earnestly hoped, compared in any way, shape, or form to the Back to Africa BS. Try to make you some Back to Africa BS. Because when you go check the Oath of Amnesty, that applies to Slavics. Oh, sorry, slaves, for all the incompetent people. Mm-hmm. Are you Slavic? If you're not Slavic, why do you need an Oath of Amnesty? And on top of that, you know, Noble Drew Ali already told you that you're Moors. You're born Moors. Mm-hmm. Right? Islam says.
Islam, you know, what you stated was very powerful, truly, because, you know, like you said, they certain temples would take it upon themselves to want these people to claim to be black, and that's why you have to go through this naturalization process. And again, the prophet put it out there, laid it out there that you are from here. We are home. This is our land. You know, breaking down, going back to what Brother Ramiel stated, speaking about estate, you know, you're basically speaking of the entitlements and the trust that was left behind from our foreparents for us as heirs to this estate. Like it's ours. So for us to for there to be temples out there that says that we have to claim the title black, the label, the branding as black, to then get remedy, is a clear fraudulent process, and it shouldn't be something that is taught to people who understand and know that they are home. There's nothing that needs to be done as far as naturalizing copper-colored people here in Almaroc. It's not.
Islam.
You know.
You know, one of the things too we also have to keep in mind when dealing with these people is that the prophet said that we are for the enforcement of the Constitution, the American Constitution. Now, understanding that in the Constitution here, it tells you that no title of nobility shall be granted by the United States. Well, El Bey, Day, Ali, or Il are titles of nobility. So by what power can they grant us anything? Now, also go back to the preposition that exists in the preamble. Okay, where everyone is told, if we would slow down and read and go, and as the Emir says, go back to your 3rd grade and 5th grade grammar, it says, we the people of the United States. Of preposition unites two different entities. If you continue down and read the preamble, it will tell you that to promote general welfare and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States. So the United States as an institution is granted its charter by us. So they in themselves do not have the authority to grant us anything.